Do you ever look around your space and think, how do I have so much stuff? When I lived in England for a year, I went with the bare essentials. I thought, great, this is all I need, I am good. But by the end of the year, less than 24 hours before my flight, I was literally rushing around London trying to find, on a Sunday evening, a store that was open and that sold suitcases because I needed a huge one to pack all of my stuff to bring back home. Like, how is it so easy to accumulate stuff? So over the years, I've been trying to be more conscious about all of the clutter and things that I have in my life. But it's been difficult because I'm a very sentimental person and I tend to attach a lot of meaning to things. And I think I have FOMO, or fear of missing out, when it comes to things. I'm scared that if I let something go, I'll miss it. So in recognizing a need for an intervention, of course, I read Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And I think I'm not the best student because I still need to tidy up. Now, I think her philosophy of taking something and asking yourself, does this spark joy? It's great. I think it's genius. But I still have trouble letting things go. Now, my goal isn't to be a full-out minimalist. Kudos to you who can do that. But I just want to have enough things in my life that are functional, bring me joy, and ultimately, I just want to live simply and lightly. I don't want to be weighed down by things. So beyond asking myself, does this spark joy when I think about keeping something? I've created a few more questions to ask myself to dig deeper into really helping me decide whether or not to keep this thing. And I wanted to share those with you because I hope they could be helpful in some way. All right, so the first question is, why did I bring this item into my life in the first place? What did I want to do with this thing when I bought it? What did I want it to help me accomplish? And if that intent isn't relevant anymore, then it's really time to let it go. The next question is, when am I going to do what I want to do with this item? Sometimes I bring things into my life with the intention of using them later. But when is later? When will I actually use this thing? If I'm not going to intentionally make the time to use or engage with this thing now or conceivably in the near future, then there's no point in keeping it in my life. It will just stay there, it will loom, it will take up space, and I don't need that weighing on my chest. Next question is, how long am I willing to keep this item for? Do I see myself with this item years in the future? If I need to literally pack up and move everything right now, will I make sure that this is something I bring with me, or will I be ready to part with it? And if that's the case, then why hold on to it now when I can part with it and let it go? The next question is there someone out there who could use this more than I do and who would appreciate it more than I do? Often a lot of people keep things because they like it or because it's good and it's in good condition, but like you just don't use it. If you think about it, by keeping this item for yourself, you're depriving this item of its potential to have an awesome impact on someone's life. Think about who you could give the item to who would really appreciate it, who would use it, who would love it, whose day you would just brighten by giving it to them. Feels good to give someone something that makes their life a little better. Now, the last question to ask yourself is, does this item actually serve me now, and will it serve me in the future? Now, I think that all of the items that we bring into our life have to support us in some way. So is the item you're considering keeping or giving away actually doing something for you? And if it's not, you should say goodbye. If you think though that it could have future use for you, like you know for sure 100% that you will use it in the future, keep it. But if you know in your heart of hearts that it's not going to serve you either in the future, just say goodbye. Say goodbye. Well, those are my five questions that I hope will help you manage the clutter in your life. Now, I don't know about you, but when I feel that there's less clutter in my life, I feel a lot more joyful. Now, I think the best way of solving a clutter problem is to get to the root of it. And that is bringing the item into your life in the first place. So to address that, I've actually also come up with a list of questions to ask yourself before you buy something so that you can avoid bringing this clutter into your life. And I will be sharing those questions with you next week. Until then, my friends, I wish you joy and jubi.